From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s... Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. And we are underway in the Pacific Northwest. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Walker. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Milrow. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Riley Moss.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Nix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Broncos.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. And that's going to be intercepted by Terry Quillen. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Nix's pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Milrow. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Milroe. Crush, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On second down, here's Milroe. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. Couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go first down from the 43. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 5. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Trey Greenlaw in on the tackle.
48-yard line.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They get 15 on that game. First down, Seattle.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard
They'll
line.
run here. This is Ty Chandler. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Second down, it's Howard. This one caught by DJ Chark. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face third and 2. They'll try and run it with Walker. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short.
It's a gain of a
Short,
yard.
and it's fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Set to go now on first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howard. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. He's taken down just shy of the 10. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now Walker. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Each quarterback picked off in that turnover-filled first quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they go to work on 1st and goal. Walker trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Howard. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? 3rd and goal coming up. Now, Howard. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. He's inside the 40. Still going. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Denver.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
His kick is good. Makes the score Broncos 7, Seahawks nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Howard. Exiting the pocket right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Downfield, he's got Horton. And he will go all the way. Corey Horton, touchdown Seattle. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Not going for 2, he'll kick the point after. He's got it, and the Seahawks will level things out at 7 apiece.
The game at 7.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Knicks now on first and 10. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On second down, it's Knicks. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Denver first down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And it'll be second down.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
Second and 10. Throwing is Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Nix from the gun on third down. He'll take a shot with Mims. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Formation for the Broncos.
Oh, he landed it at the right spot, just had the wrong spin. It goes into the end zone, touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 20-yard line. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down. First and 10
at the 49-yard line.
A run now for Chandler. Oh, the ball's out. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Now it's Dobbins, and they're going to work this down inside the 45. That run good for a dozen, and a very quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. They'll throw. It's Nix. This one intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. 2 minutes to play. First half. All tied at 7. We're back to Seattle after this. So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. First and goal. Here's Walker. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. First touchdown of the game for the NFL's leader in rushing TDs. The extra points up and good. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. On the return, here's Mims. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Back to throw is Nix. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Back-to-back, gains of 10 yards, and back-to-back first downs.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Nix to throw. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram.
17 more yards. That's good for Broncos. First down.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second down, they need 3. Throw it. Nix. say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And it's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal.
Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. Marvin Mims. Touchdown. Broncos. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
That ties the game at 14.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. Up the sideline to the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds. They mark him at the 35-yard line.
It's
a big play at a critical juncture in this game. 45 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Play action. It's Howard. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
I love taking a shot downfield, especially after that previous play results in such a long run. I mean, the ability to create an explosive offense both on the ground and through the air. That's what every single team strives for in the NFL, and I like the way this possession's working out.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To the air. Howard. That's taken in by Horton. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It's 3rd and 4. Throwing is Howard. He's got it inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Seattle.
really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. Now he'll air one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And this ball's going to go out of bounds. Not the way you want to begin the second half. The football will be marked at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Dobbins. Down the sideline past the 45. And he'll be taken down. 18 yards. A great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw is Nix. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Julian Love brings him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Forced out wide. And he's in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year.
The kick is good.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route
through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before third down. To throw is Howard. He's got a man. That's Horton. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Walker. Good running inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They send Sutton in motion. Now, a second down throw for Nix. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. That's fielded at about the 18. And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line. Here's Walker. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Once again, it's Walker. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
On second down, Walker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Howard. That one swung out wide to Walker. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll run here with Walker. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. D.J. Chark, touchdown Seattle. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The travel start on the ground. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he gets up past the 35.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
That's another Broncos first down. A gain of 18 on the play.
A first down throw for Nix. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Second down. Nix. He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. They get 20 on the connection. First down, Broncos.
And the Broncos first down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gains.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Third down and 3. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Nick's going to throw for it. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. From the pistol, here's Watt. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Off the play fake, here's Howard. Pass right side, that is hauled in by Horton.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out,
checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Out of the gun, it's Howard. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
To return, it's Mims, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On second down, it's Nix. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Emanwari. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And the Seahawks are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the 12th man, a factor here as it's a win for the Seahawks. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.